Hello, good morning. Awesome, let me make sure I'm online here. We're gonna get this started. It is Sunday morning. This is the Sunday report, making sure everything's coming in online. You can see me, you can hear me, and yes, looking good so far. Looking good so far. All right, let me see. I want to get some stuff focused in here. Let's do the focus in first, okay? Let me focus in. All right, we are here. We have a new code, respect and truth. That's it, new code, respect and truth. And if you can handle that part of the new code, I want to invite you here to my Sunday report. This is a new kind of a show of politics and a little bit of civics and English from your high school teacher that you need to go see. So I wrote a book called Betrayed by Trump. It has a MAGA Compass in it that you can use to test your values. How are you feeling about your decision to be in MAGA? All right, bunch of resources here. I'm going to talk to you about them some more. First up, the shows. This is the Sunday morning report show. I'm going to go through some big picture strategy this morning and some details about this American dream and our values. This is the big picture strategy. Tuesday nights, we've got watch party. That's where we're going to break down the plays and the topics and use a scorecard so that you can feel confident in your decision come November 3rd. Because there's also more training Friday mornings. That's about the Focus to Pivot course. Those are the deep dive practice sessions where we're like in the locker room or the training room, really using the tools, the nitty-gritty tools. All righty. So this week's topic here, I'm going to set this here for a minute and let you look at it. I don't have to hold this all the time. I am kind of free-forming this on the internet. I am trying to find a solution. All right, so this particular show is the week 14 kickoff. We are 100 days away from the midterms, exactly, right now. 100 days, 14 weeks. And you've got a big decision if you're a MAGA voter, because the search terms say that the furious voters, Trump is ruining America and all of that is appearing on the search terms. And I'm not the one that's making it up. I'm just the one that's tracking it. So I want you to start tracking results. We're getting out a notebook and catching some ideas onto paper. So that's number one. I wrote a book here. It's right here, Betrayed by Trump. It is on Amazon. It is $10. Go get it. Not very expensive on Amazon. All right. Next up, the topic today, we're going to talk about it's Sunday, and I want to talk about faith and ethics in modern U.S. politics. And the deep dive here that we're going to jump into in just a second is about a guy named Martin Luther. And over 500 years ago, it was October 31st in the year 1517. So that is approximately 510 years back, 509 and 8.5 years, something like that. This monk was a monk in Germany. He was practicing in the faith. He was Catholic, and at the time, the Pope in Rome was charging people in order to go to heaven. They were requiring a payment in order to talk to God through the church. And Luther, he was like, I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's not what I think the Bible says. The monks were the only people that had known the stories of the legends of the Bible. This was before it actually started getting printed, which is a coincidental same story about this time frame. And one of the reasons why I love the printing press. So back to the point. Luther, the guy, posted 95 questions to the Pope. put them up on the door, 95 of them, tacked them up on the door. And he said, hey, Pope, this is ridiculous. We're not doing it like this. I don't understand. All right, let me bring this here now to me. Let's bring this back to me. You see the story. You're seeing the story. Okay, here's where this is at. Luther. Inquiry and asking questions is the foundation of knowledge and wisdom. Throughout the ages, that has always been asking questions, questioning authority. And yes, it causes changes to happen. It's scary, it's hard, but you have to do it. It's a momentum and a power. It gets going. The more you ask, the harder it gets, and the more it gets, and the more people get involved. That's how the action starts. Okay, so I wrote a list of my 95 MAGA questions. President Trump, I have 95 questions for you about your campaign promises and what you said you were going to do for the United States. And I didn't vote for you, but a lot of people did. And you're breaking those promises because you're not doing that either. So you're doubling down on the bad stuff, I think. I have 95 questions for you, President Trump, and everybody in MAGA, because if you agree with him, you are like him. So the list of questions, I'm publishing them on the wayfindingstation.com. Go look over there. That's the station where I'm going to be putting those 95 questions. It's going to be like a document sitting over there. Go look at over there, okay? That's the working station where you have to press and you have to bench press like you're at the gym, okay? Okay, here's another way. This is another approach to this. And I'm going to bring this one back up of 500 years. Let's jump ahead 500 years to the super mogul, Jay-Z. I know you guys have heard of him because he's kind of popular. He's kind of famous. And one of the things that got him famous way, way, way back in the day was a song he wrote called 99 Problems. Yeah, 99 Problems. Because the more you write about your problem, the more you figure it out. The more you pick at it, the more you begin to see where those real obstacles are, okay? So Jay-Z, turns out when I did the research on this one, I think it was his number 2, was to know the law. Something about the trunk is locked and you're gonna need a warrant for that. He knew the law. He knew what they couldn't do to him. And he's like, yeah, you're not doing it. I've got 99 reasons why you're not doing it. Yeah, think about that. So here's what I want you to do. Go make your list. Go write your questions that you're having, that you're feeling about politics and about your identity, because a lot of people tied their identity into MAGA, and it's going to be really hard to push that back and say, you know, I want to leave that party. I don't want to be on that team. I don't want to be in that gang. We were talking last week. It's a gang. It is a gang. And the more you're in the gang, the more you're a gangster. And I don't really believe faith, that's not what you're doing. That's not what this is about. And so faith, circling back, because in the United States, you are allowed to practice any kind of faith you want to practice, any kind or none. You don't have to practice any. It doesn't matter. That's protected. That's in you. That's you're respected in order to worship in gratitude any way that you want. So let's peel back some of that resentment and some of that hurt and some of that finger pointing and kind of check ourselves and say, okay, let's respect ourselves first and be honest with ourselves first. Because if your stomach is kind of upset over watching the current events and you don't really like seeing the president say the things that he says, the hate that comes out of his mouth, the only way to stop that is to stop and to pivot out of it. Pivot. It's a pivot, and I can help you pivot, okay? The training materials are there. Go check them out here on the channel. The Focus to Pivot course explains everything. I'm breaking it down because it's a reading skill of cause and effect, and it's an understanding all the hidden codes of the figurative language and of propaganda that's being used against you and then amplified over and over and over. That's the big lie. That was another episode. So this power grab that's happening, and we're the only ones that can stop it. Everybody, regardless of your party, I don't care what party you're in, we have to talk. We have to get back to civil, respectful conversations, okay? And so I'm here, I'm doing it. This is it, okay? Make your list. Luther's list was based on the corruption of Rome and the Catholic Church. Follow the money. Make your list, those 95 ways. You got 100 days. 100 days. Make one every day. Just write one question down every day. That's easy. That's easy. Because by the end of it, you'll get to the end and be like, that's it. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. That's it. So, into my show here. Let me have one of my tricks. Because we have to have the tricks. It's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be difficult. I know it is. I know it is. And so gratitude and taking stock in ourselves. Make a list of everything you have accomplished. Every goal that you set out to make when you were young, every time you wanted to move somewhere, or every time you wanted a different job, or every time you wanted to see your kids go play baseball. Take gratitude in all of that accomplishments, because then you can face some really hard struggles that we're going to have. Okay? So this is my crown, and it is such a power force for me. It works for me. And I believe in the powers of the earth and the universe in my own crazy hippy dippy. And that's faith that I'm allowed to have because I live in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Okay? So, my eyes on. I try to always have my notes here hung up, keep me on track. Okay, eyes on. You're keeping the receipts. You're keeping the receipts this week. Keep your eyes on the Senate because they're playing the games over there on the confirmation hearings, and they're starting to play the games on the budgets. We already know, I can already tell you the budget is going to expire September 30th. That's going to be the big drama. I'm already predicting that. Please talk to me, share, subscribe. Okay, eyes on the Senate with the money and with the power grab with the Senate. It's also coming down about voting, redistricting, voting registrations. And again, this play that's happening in the Senate. The money and the voting and the game, trying to rig the game before we go vote in 100 days from today. 100 days. Okay, so finally, what will you stand up for? Where is it going to be your tipping point? There's a whole list of social issues in the book. There's a whole list that we've been talking about here. I'm trying to take them one at a time. The Iran war got me last week. This week we're on faith. Next week I'm going to the fear stacking and the manipulation of the Department of Education because they've made stupid cool. It was a design by Fox 40 years ago about the Simpsons. So I've been on this one for a long time, busting this one, because you are smarter than you think you are, according to Winnie the Pooh, bringing out all the great stuff, right? The Wizard of Oz, Winnie the Pooh, Ulysses. Go see that movie. I'm going to go see that movie. Okay, let's go see that movie. Let's do that this week. All right, I have to go. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me on the Sunday Report. Share, subscribe, think about what I'm asking you to think about. Make your list, keep track, watch the president himself, and then you decide, because the people that are around him are a gang, and you are in a gang. And I don't think that's what you really want to do. I really don't. I really don't. So come, okay, let's go to the movies. All right, let's go to the movies. All right. Thank you. Love you. Share. All right. Love you guys. Bye. I'm really going to go. Okay, bye.